Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Steph and on this channel I clean my own house, which as you can see gets quite messy. So I had to skip a little bit there because my husband was walking around in just his boxers and he didn't want to be on camera. Even though I said, I think the majority of my viewers are women over the age of 45, they'd probably appreciate your body. But yeah, he didn't want to be on camera and I thought I'll just skip that bit out. So that's why there was a little jump there. I have slowed this video down quite a lot for you guys because it is currently the Easter holidays over in the UK, well, in my part of the UK. And so my kids are at home for the next 2 weeks and I have just been so busy. Like, we've been to the park, we're going camping today on the day that this video releases. And we've been holiday shopping, as you can see by all those bags behind me, and it's just been a really busy week so far. And I mean, this is only day 3 of the actual holidays, so I think I took for granted how much cleaning I managed to get done when they're all at school, because don't get me wrong, I can get cleaning done when they're at home, but it's harder to record. And also just because we've been out of the house so much, it has been really difficult to get stuff done. So as you can see, I'm behind on the washing again, and yeah, it's just a mess. So all I'm getting done in this video today is this dining area and then the kitchen area. So obviously you guys have seen me do this a lot anyway. Also, what I'm doing right now is there is like ready break dried in on the table, and I didn't realize how difficult that is to get off. Even the scraper doesn't manage. I have to get steel wool, and it does take some of the finish off the table. Has anybody else like had to clean up dried ready break? I think Weetabix is just as bad as well. I wasn't sure if it was ready break or Weetabix, but I'm pretty sure it's ready break. Which is like an instant porridge, in case anybody doesn't know what it is. So yeah, so just doing these 2 rooms. I was going to do my living room, but currently like all my kids are in the living room having their tech time right now while I'm doing this voiceover, because I've just ran out of time today. This clean was just done today. So what I'm doing is tidying up in preparation because we're going camping, but my husband is not coming, so there's a couple of things that you see left undone. He's going to do that while I'm away, which is great. So we went to Primark, and like I mentioned in the last video, we spent an obscene amount of money and we got all of this stuff, and now I'm like, well, where do I put it? I think next week we're gonna have to clean out the big cupboard that's next to my stairs, because this is the only place I could think of that we can put that stuff. So for right now, I'm just kind of neating it up and making it look more orderly, but the stuff is just having to remain here because there's nowhere else for it to go right now. So it might not look like I'm actually putting things away and tidying them away and stuff. I'm just literally making them look nicer so it's not as chaotic, and so I can clean the floor and get the washing sorted. I did go to hang washing outside the other day and realised I have no pegs. Like, I have no idea where they've gone. I used to have a full basket full. I have a feeling, so I had paid my son to clean the garden about a month or so ago because he was trying to earn some money for this online game thing that he plays, and I refused to like just buy it, so I made him work for it. But I have a feeling he's maybe thrown out the pegs when he was doing that without really thinking about it. So yeah, so I need to buy more pegs before I can actually hang stuff out on the line, which makes me feel a little bit less guilty about the fact that I keep using my tumble dryer even when the weather is so nice outside. So yeah, as I mentioned a few times, we are going camping. It is a little bit early in the season to be doing that, but we're going locally. It's myself, my friend Danielle, and my friend Stevie, and all of our children. And I think Stevie's mum and brother are also coming. And yeah, we're just going to go locally to a local camping spot that's like right on the beach and just see. Our plan is to go all around Scotland, and I'm going to make videos for you guys so you can like see more of Scotland. But obviously we're going to do that in the summer, but because this is the first camp of the season, we thought we'll stay local. It'll be the first time that Danielle's children have been camping as well, so we'll kind of see how they get on with it. And if it is too cold or too miserable, or everybody hates it, or we find we don't have enough stuff, then we'll just pack up and go home because we'll not be that far away. But it'll be a good little tester to see you know, how we get on with just us, because we're used to going with like our partners and stuff in the past. And I know it sounds really silly, like we don't need partners, but they were in charge of the fire, so we'll see how we get on our own. My tent is really easy to put up. It's an air tent, so I've managed to do that myself multiple times. In fact, I think like I've been more camping more than my husband has, so it's usually me that kind of does all the setup and things, and he just kind of does what he's told when it comes to that. And then Danielle's borrowing my spare tent, which is also an air tent, so that'll be really easy to put up, and between us all we'll get it all done. But what I'm thinking is, so obviously I'm releasing this video today, and then because I'm camping for the next 2 nights, and then I have the mum group around on Saturday and we're going out as well. So on Sunday, I won't really have done much cleaning in that time. So I am going to release a camping video for you guys, so you can kind of see like what did I take, like setting up the tent, clips of the fire and the kids playing and things like that, and just the scenery and things. So it will be like a come camp with me kind of style video. But let me know if there's anything specific that you want to see, and I'll try and make sure I record that while I'm away. I don't know what my internet signal is going to be like where we're going. So if I don't reply to any comments, just know it's because I'm with my family and I probably don't have a good signal. Yeah, so what I've been doing while I've been rambling there is just sorting out the washing that was in the dryer, and then I put it on these tables for the kids to put away themselves. My husband usually puts away my youngest daughter's, and then the giant piles that are on top of this tumble dryer, they're mine. Like, I am so bad at putting my washing away. I think I've said before, it's because my wardrobe is very well organized, but it's organized to a point that it's just a pain putting stuff in it because I have to like pull out the different organizers and put everything away individually, and it's just not a very functional system, but it's the best system that I have right now. So I do eventually do it, but today's not the day. And to be honest, I just kind of keep pulling out clothes from that pile because they're clothes that I know are comfortable and that I can wear, but they are getting more into like they're more like winter clothes, so I'm gonna need to try and put them away and get out some more of my spring clothes. And then now you can't really see what I'm doing here, but I am just getting stuff out of the washing machine and putting on a fresh load of washing. I think it's mostly my older daughter's clothes. She must have like brought a ton down out of her room. And then after I get the washing on, I think I've already swept the floor. So yeah, I think I moved to the actual kitchen side of the room. So because I wasn't doing very much like of the house in this video, that's why I've slowed it down a little bit for you guys. But if you prefer the quicker speeds, just let me know and I'll keep the speeds that I had going. I was thinking of just leaving it at like 1x speed, and it could be like a, you know, a realistic clean with me in real time kind of video, but then you guys would see how slow I actually am. And I didn't know if it would be very interesting to watch. So is anybody else on like spring break right now, and what's everyone's plans? I don't think we have much else planned. Like, we have loads of plans for this week. Obviously, we've it's just been so busy. The boys had opticians appointments because I needed to get them some prescription sunglasses for when we go on holiday, and I didn't want to leave it too late in case it took a while to get them. Oh, sorry, I'm just yawning. I did not sleep well last night at all. And then there's like our town park has just been renovated, and so it's brand new. So we've been there the last 2 days as well. And then obviously we did go shopping, and then we've been out for dinner and things. And then trying to think what else. My daughter's going bowling on Friday with the cadets, and my son's friend will be coming round to play. And then apart from like my plans at the weekend with my mum friends, we don't really have anything else planned. But next week I'm hoping the weather's just as nice, so we can maybe do some more beach days and go to different parks or woodland walks. But yeah, that's kind of our plans. So we've got a busy week this week and then not much planned next week, but we'll probably get to that. The kids keep asking to go swimming, so I'll probably need to do that at some point. And it's quite good actually, because in Scotland, or at least in Fife, which is where I am, in the school holidays, between certain times of the day, kids get to go swimming for free. And then after a certain point of the day, it's only like £1 for the kids. It's just the adults that have to pay. Also, I was holding up a mayonnaise bottle to you there. I forgot to slow it down. I held it up to show you that I had accidentally left it in the living room and my dog chewed through the bottle. It's a wee monkey. I mean, it was my fault for leaving it in there because I know what he's like for food. But so what happened there, right, was I turned around and I think I'm just a little bit sleep deprived, right? Because I turned around and I thought I saw a spider and it made me jump, like I actually jumped, and it was just the straw. I don't know why I thought that was a spider, but then I just had to take a minute to like let my heart settle again to carry on. So I was going to cut that out because it was really stupid, but then I was like, oh, that's extra work for me that I don't want to do. So one of my son's favourite things to eat is like boiled egg mashed up in a cup with a wee bit of butter. But they are so annoying to clean. Like if you put it in the dishwasher, it doesn't come clean. So that's why it's just now soaking in the sink with some water in it. So yeah, and that's me showing you a Rick and Morty cup. I always show you guys and then forget to like slow the video down so you can actually see what I'm showing you. This little pile that I'm making is just stuff that doesn't belong in here and I need to go and put it away, but it's still sitting there. I've not done that yet. All I really do is fill the dishwasher and wipe down the bunkers. My husband is going to do the small amount of dishes, which you actually can't see on screen, but there's literally just a few trays and then a few like utensils and stuff in the actual like sink. But yeah, so it's not very much. He's going to do them while I'm away. And then those boxes that are next to the George Foreman, those are D&D boxes. So my son's dad had a lot of like D&D stuff at his house, but they've not really been going there. So, and my son is really interested in playing D&D, so I says, we'll bring them to our house and we can play, like we're going to play it together as a family. So I'm going to be the dungeon master, and I've never played D&D in my life, so I'm going to need to like watch some YouTube videos on how to do it. But it's something I've always wanted to do. And there's this D&D club in another town on a Wednesday night, I think. And like adults and children can go. So I could go myself technically, but I don't want to. So I'm trying to like convince my kids to come with me to that. Oh yeah, I forgot to edit this out, but this is my daughter Lily. So she looks so cute when she's like just woke up and she's all like tousled bed hair and sleepy eyed. And I mean, she's been awake for about an hour at this point, but it's still cute. I actually got going quite early today. That's probably why I keep yawning. Sorry, that's probably why I keep yawning. As well, I had such a cool dream, and I can't remember all the details of it, but I was basically in some sort of competition, and like I can picture all the details in my head, but it's very hard to like try and voice them in a way that's coherent. But it was some sort of, like trial. I think it's because of the books that I've been reading recently. But in this one, there was some killer mosquitoes, which I somehow defeated using flamethrowers. Although at first we just smoked them out. And I don't know why, right? I don't smoke. I have smoked in the past socially, but I don't physically smoke now. And in the dream, somebody in the dream was smoking, and we realised that was killing, like they weren't even mosquitoes. They were kind of like, I don't know what they were. They were some sort of bug. Think of like those, what are those jack things from Hunger Games? The ones that make you hallucinate. Anyway, there was some sort of giant bug mosquito thing. And the person who was in the dream, like, because we were in a team and one of the people was smoking, and I noticed that when they blew the smoke at these bugs, it kind of like disorientated them, like what happens with bees in the Bee Movie. And so then I was like, oh my God, give me one of those and we'll smoke them out. And so I started smoking and blowing the smoke at these. And then when they all like got disorientated and left us alone, we were like, oh great. And then there was like a second wave of them, and this time I was just like, right, give me your lighter. And then somehow I had like a tin of hairspray, and I just like fire blazed them all. It was cool. And then another part of this competition, I realised I was actually supposed to be at another competition, and I was like, and now I need to decide, which one's more important in the long term. It was really weird. But there was one part of it where I had to like drop into this really small hole and just trust that when I got down there, it would open up. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that because I'm so claustrophobic. I was like, there's absolutely no way. Like, I don't even like putting my head underwater. But in the dream, I managed to do it somehow. I can't remember what was the result. I don't know if we won the competition or not. I have no idea. But yeah, it's really hard to explain my dreams sometimes because there's so much detail. But it was one of those dreams where I just felt like I didn't sleep because like I was able to control my actions and stuff in the dream. So I think that's one of the reasons I'm so tired as well. And I got woken up by a neighbour, like, I don't know if they're building a fence or something, but there was just like a hammering noise this morning. I was like, why are they doing that? Do they not know that the kids wake up later when it's the holidays? At least my kids do, because they get to stay up a bit later. I don't normally clean the front of appliances when I'm cleaning the bunkers, but there was some cake batter on the front of that toaster from when my daughter was baking that was just really annoying me, so I just cleaned it off. I don't actually wipe down the stovetop in this video either. I just kind of wipe the surfaces. My plan was to move to the rest of the downstairs on this day, but literally the second I finished in here, like my kids just swarmed me and they came down and they messed up the kitchen's already a mess again, so they've already messed up the kitchen and well, the dining area part. And then they're like itching to go camping like right now, so I think as soon as I finish doing this voiceover, I need to nip down the town because we don't have any roll mats. Like, I don't know what happened to them. Well, I do know what happened to them. My two oldest were camping in the garden, and then the tent, like it was just a pop-up tent, got left in the garden for months, like because they never put it away at the time, and then it started raining, and so it just never got put away. And it's one of those things that when I walk past it, I'm like, oh, I need to make sure I remember and come out and put that away. But then the second it's not in my eye view anymore, I totally forget about it. And then the zip either broke on it or like they didn't zip it up properly, because we always get cats in our garden and the cats got into the tent, and you know what cats do. And so we've had to get rid of everything that was in there, and we had some really good Sims, which are like self-inflating mattresses. And so they're ruined, and the sleeping bags were ruined. So I'm just having to buy fresh this year. So, but because we're so early in the season, not everywhere has camping stuff yet. So I've been hunting around all of the shops, and so that's what I need to do after this, is go and finish getting what we need and then get going, really. So anyway, that's been my day so far, and that's the clean finish. So enjoy this after shot, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.